It's 2 a.m., you're lying in bed, and your brain is having a full conversation with someone who isn't there. You're explaining yourself perfectly, saying everything you should have said earlier, winning an argument that never actually happened. And the strangest part? The emotions feel completely real. Your heart races, your chest tightens, you feel vindicated, or angry, or anxious from a conversation that only exists in your head. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Because some people don't just imagine scenarios occasionally, they're addicted to it. Their mind constantly creates detailed scenes, arguments they'll never have, speeches they'll never give, futures that will never happen. And psychologically, this isn't random. It's your brain trying to solve something deeper. Here's what's actually happening. Your mind is running simulations constantly. It's testing possibilities, rehearsing outcomes, preparing for situations that might never occur. In psychology, this is called mental simulation, and humans are incredibly good at it. Before you do something in real life, your brain quietly runs different versions in the background. Athletes do this intentionally. They visualize their performance before competing. Public speakers imagine their speech before taking the stage. But for some people, the simulation system never turns off. And that's when imaginary scenarios start appearing constantly throughout the day. But here's the part most people miss. When you imagine fake scenarios obsessively, you're not just daydreaming. Your brain is trying to resolve something emotionally. Sometimes it's unfinished conversations. You didn't say what you meant, so your brain keeps replaying it, trying different responses, looking for the perfect comeback. Sometimes it's anxiety about the future. Your mind creates worst-case scenarios, preparing you for things that will probably never happen. And sometimes it's about control, because in your imagination, you control everything. People respond the way you want. The situation unfolds exactly as expected. Real life rarely works like that. And this is where it gets psychologically interesting. People who imagine fake scenarios constantly usually have one thing in common. They spend a lot of time thinking about how others perceive them. Not because they're vain, but because their brain is constantly analyzing social situations. So, your mind creates imaginary conversations as a way to process those interactions. It's like your brain is endlessly practicing for social moments, rehearsing what to say, how to explain yourself, how to be understood. And there are patterns to these scenarios. The first type is argument scenarios. You imagine defending yourself, explaining your point perfectly, winning a conversation you wished had gone differently. The second type is future success scenarios. You imagine achieving something important, getting recognition, proving yourself. These can feel motivating, but they can also become a mental escape. And the third type is catastrophe scenarios. Your brain imagines everything going wrong. What if they misunderstand me? What if I fail? What if it all falls apart? You're preparing responses to situations that might not even happen. But here's the shift. Imagination itself isn't the problem. Your brain is supposed to simulate possibilities. That's how humans plan, how we solve problems, how we prepare for challenges. The issue only appears when imagination replaces action, because these imagined scenarios can become more satisfying than real interactions. In your head, you say the perfect thing. People respond exactly as you want. The outcome makes sense. But real life doesn't work like that. Real conversations are messy, unpredictable, and that's actually where growth happens, not in the simulation, in the reality. So if you're someone who constantly imagines fake scenarios, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It probably means your brain is highly active in processing possibilities. You're mentally rehearsing, analyzing, trying to make sense of the world. The key is recognizing when imagination is helping you prepare and when it's quietly becoming a place to avoid reality. Because your mind is incredibly good at creating stories, but the most important moments in your life will never happen inside your head. They'll happen in real conversations, real interactions, the messy, unpredictable moments your imagination can never fully script. If this resonated, subscribe, because we're exploring the psychology of why your brain does what it does, and maybe understanding it will help you stop living so much in your head.